why do people, professionals, business owners, people that have like a high output in their lives, why is it often that they have chronic health issues, but they don't see anything in their blood tests? So it's very, very often actually, let me change my hand, that's more comfortable. It's actually very, very often that you start getting some weird chronic health issues. For example, chronic fatigue, you have like more severe energy crashes, you get the brain fog, you forget things. You used to be able to work for 10 hours a day without a break, but now it's more like that you have to do a break every 2 to 3 hours, or some people can't even work at all, or you're close to giving up even. I had that as well. I talk to people every day that have these kind of symptoms, so I know what's going on there. And or maybe you get like tingling and numbness, tinnitus, your libido is going down. You get all of these weird, mysterious symptoms. The brain fog kicks in more, feel like you're drunk, you can't concentrate, can't focus, no mental clarity. And you realize there's really something wrong, and then obviously you go to your doctor, you get the checks, there's nothing that they can really see. They're like, oh, like you're a healthy human being. There's actually nothing that we can like see right now that is causing that. Or you like, and then they also tell you, well, it's my favorite. So they tell you, yeah, like you look healthy. We don't see anything in the blood. So yeah, it has to be stress. You just need to relax a little bit more. You need to sleep better, you need to eat better. That's my favorite. Yeah, take care of your diet a little bit, but they don't tell you anything about your diet or what you should actually do. And my favorite is when they say, oh, maybe it's like, it's a little bit in your head, or like you make these kind of things up, especially to women. They say that so often to women. But they said it to me as well when I had these kind of symptoms, when I was a professional soccer player in Germany. And I started to get chronic fatigue and brain fog. But so often you don't see anything in the blood test. And then you maybe even do like more advanced testing where you have more, like you go to a functional medicine doctor, for example, and you do more advanced testing. But even in these advanced tests, there's everything fine. And the reason why you don't see anything in the blood test is because these tests nowadays we have the same tests like 70, 80 years ago. There's nothing that changed. The chronic illness is on the rise like never before. It got already crazy in the last decades. And but the blood test didn't get better. It's the same BS like the last 70, 80 years. And they don't care to test more for viruses. They don't care how to figure out what's wrong with your adrenals. You don't see that in the blood test. You don't see the heavy metals in your brain. We don't have a measurement to check for toxins in your liver. We don't have a measurement, for example, if you have a chronic fatigue, like really bad chronic fatigue, where you feel like you carry a 40-pound vest with you or a 20-kilogram vest with you, wherever you are in the world and you're listening to this, and you feel always tired, super drained, you're even close to like, some people get bedbound because of that. That's because of a virus that's called Epstein-Barr virus. If you check that in a blood test, most of the time you don't see it because we can only test for it in the blood. We can only test for it in the blood. And if you can only test for something in the blood, but the virus sits in the liver and it sits in the reproductive system or sits in the spleen, we are not able to test that. That's why you don't see the root cause of your problems in the blood test, because we're just not able to do so. It's not showing up. And the other thing is, for example, we test for one Epstein-Barr virus. They can test for one, but there are over 60 varieties. And it's the same with like shingles. It's the same with strep bacteria. Shingles has like more than 30. Strep has like more than 50 varieties, where we can test like maybe 20 or something. It is Wild West out there, and it's not a surprise that people with chronic health issues most of the time have decent blood tests and you don't see anything wrong. It's because we can test it. If you have severe brain fog you can't see you can't see metals in your brain. There's no measurement on how we can figure out to see mercury or aluminum in your brain that is causing more brain fog. Of course, and then people say, yeah, but I did the hair test analysis, or I tested heavy metals. Heavy metal testing doesn't say anything. Heavy metal testing is not guaranteed. Heavy metal testing it's not possible. You can't test for the metals in because the metals sit in your liver. They sit in your brain. If you do a hair heavy metal test, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter what's the outcome of that test, because you will never be able to see what is actually going on in your brain or what is actually going on in your liver. And the tests for the adrenals as well. You can test for cortisol, you can test for the hormones, and you might see that there's something wrong with the adrenals. But we can't really measure nowadays the exact state of the adrenals. It's such an underdeveloped area, and they don't care. Because if they would care, it would mean that if they would care about finding root causes of actually what's going on, they would basically care that you get better. The system is not built for you to get better from your chronic health issues. The system is there to bankroll off of chronically sick people. That's the only goal. And if you still think, oh, there's, the pharma and everything, they're trying to help people, think again. Because that's not what's going on. That's definitely not what's going on. They don't want to help you. They don't want to get you better. They want you to be able. They want you to be on medication for the rest of your life, on anxiety meds, on SSRIs. They want you on antidepressants. They want you on sleep medication, just to bankroll off of you. That's the only goal. The goal is not to get you better. So if you're struggling with that, because I was in the same situation, my blood tests were always fine, and they were looking at me like, we don't know, I don't know, whatsoever, take vitamin D. It was just, you have to get the metals out of your brain, you have to recover your adrenals, you have to get the EBV out of your liver. That's what you actually need to do. If you need help with that, there's also more info on my website, but if you need help with that, all that you need to do, there's a link in the description here under that video, and all that you need to do is you just click on that link, and then you come to my website, and on that website you basically see a button where it says free discovery call. You click on that, and then you can book your free discovery call, and somebody from my team will call you to figure out if and how I can help you, and for like 15 to 30 minutes, and if so, we would move on to a strategy call, which is a 60 to 90 minute call on Zoom with me personally, where it's also for free, where I would figure out if and how I can help you. Let's stay in the sun here. Where I would help, where I would show you basically a strategy on how you can achieve your health goals. That's what I would do in that strategy call with you. And I would highly recommend you doing so, because you can do what you're doing right now, but you can do more blood tests, and the more blood you draw, the more of your immune system is getting taken away. That's a whole nother story, YouTube video that I have to do about that, but you stay in that vicious cycle of not getting better or not having any answers. And I have the results. So many people got better with my help, got their energy back, got their brain fog gone. I had people that were not even able to work again anymore, and now they're in professional jobs again. So I would highly recommend doing so, because otherwise it's possible that it's getting worse even, and you even have to give up your job. So make sure to book that call. The link is in the description, and I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. And greetings from sunny Florida. It's getting warmer again here, which is nice. And I'm gonna go to my office now and work a little bit. So, I'm basically working right now as well, but yeah. So I'm hoping that you have a great day, and subscribe to my channel as well, and we're gonna talk soon. Bye-bye.